Hello everyone, welcome to EarnBySkill. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you the most important dates and special dates from the Discover Canada Study Guide for Canadian Citizenship Test Preparation. This is a very important topic because questions about important days, holidays, and historical dates can appear in your citizenship test. In this video, I'll explain each date in a simple way, tell you why it is important, and also give you an easy memory trick to help you remember it better. So let's begin. Before we start, let me tell you why this topic is so important. Many students try to memorize dates without understanding them, and that makes preparation difficult. But when you understand what happened on a date and why it matters in Canada, it becomes much easier to remember. That is why in this lesson, I'll not just tell you the dates, I'll also explain their meaning in a simple teaching style. Let's start with one of the most important dates of all. Canada Day is celebrated on July 1st. This day marks Confederation in 1867, and it was on July 1st, 1867, that Canada became a self governing dominion. This date is often remembered as the birthday of Canada. So, if you see a question asking what is celebrated on July 1st, the answer is Canada Day. A very easy memory trick is this: July 1st equals Canada's birthday. This is one of the most important dates you must remember of the citizenship test. The next very important day is Remembrance Day, observed on November 11. This day honors the men and women who served and sacrificed for Canada during war and conflicts. It is a day of remembrance, respect, and gratitude. On this day, many Canadians wear a red poppy as a symbol of remembrance. So, if the question asks us what Canadians observe on November 11, the answer is Remembrance Day. A simple memory trick is November 11 equals red poppy and remembrance. This is a very test important day, so do not forget. Now, let's talk about Vimy Day, which is observed on April 9. This day commemorates the Battle of Vimy Ridge in 1917 during the First World War. This battle is important in Canadian history because it showed the bravery, sacrifice, and unity of Canadian soldiers. Many people consider it a defining moment for Canada. So, if you are asked what Vimy Day remembers, the answer is the Battle of Vimy Ridge. A memory trick you can use is April 9 equals a Vimy Day. Try to link April 9 directly with the bravery of Canadian soldiers. Another important day is Victoria Day. Victoria Day is celebrated on the Monday before May 25th. This day honors the sovereign and reminds us that Canada is a constitutional monarchy. It is connected with the crown, which is an important part of Canada's system of government. So, if the test asks when Victoria Day is celebrated, remember this carefully. It is celebrated on the Monday before May 25th. A memory trick is Victoria Day is always near late May. So this one is important because it connects Canadian traditions with the monarchy. Now let's look at National Indigenous Peoples Day, celebrated on June 21st. This day recognizes and celebrates the cultures, traditions, and contributions of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples in Canada. It is an important day because Indigenous peoples are a foundational part of Canada's history and identity. So, if the question asks us what is celebrated on June 21st, the answer is National Indigenous People Day. A simple memory trick is June 21st equals Indigenous Peoples Day. This is a very important cultural date to remember. The next day is June 24th, known as Saint John Baptist Day. This day is especially important in Quebec and celebrates French Canadian and Francophone culture. It is also called the National Holiday of Quebec. So, if the question asks us which day is important for Francophone culture in Quebec, the answer is Saint John Baptist Day, celebrated on June 24th. An easy memory trick is June 24th equals Quebec and French culture. This is another date you should keep in your memory for the test. Now, Let's move on Labor Day. Labor Day is celebrated on the first Monday in September. This holiday recognizes workers and their contributions to society. It is one of the public holidays mentioned in the Discover Canada guide. So if the test asks us when Labor Day is celebrated in Canada, remember the first Monday in September. A quick memory trick is September begins with Labor Day. The next important holiday is Thanksgiving, celebrated on the second Monday in October in Canada. This is a day for giving thanks and spending time with family and community. Students sometimes confuse Canadian Thanksgiving with American Thanksgiving, but in Canada, it is in October. So if the question asks us when Thanksgiving is celebrated in Canada, the answer is the second Monday in October. A memory trick is October means Thanksgiving in Canada. Another important holiday is New Year's Day, celebrated on January 1st. It is the first day of the year and one of the recognized holidays in Canada. This is simple and easy to remember. If the question asks us when New Year's Day is celebrated, the answer is January 1st. Memory trick: New Year, first day, January 1st. You should also know Good Friday and Easter Monday. These are Christian observances mentioned in the Discover Canada guide. Their exact dates change every year because they depend on the Easter calendar. So instead of memorizing one fixed date, remember this pattern. Good Friday comes before Easter Sunday and Easter Monday comes after Easter Sunday. This is important because sometimes the test may ask which Christian holy days are recognized in Canada. Now let's review some very important historical years. These are not just dates, they are major events in Canadian history. First, 1867. This is the year of Confederation. It is one of the most important years in the Discover Canada guide. Next, 1917. This is the year of the Battle of Vimy Ridge. Then, 1965. This is the year Canada adopted the current national flag. And finally, 1982. This is the year of the Constitution Act when Canada gained full control over its constitution. These years are very important and you should revise them again and again. Now, let's make revision easier with a few quick memory tricks. July 1st, think of it as Canada's birthday. November 11th, think of the red poppy and remembrance. April 9th, connect it with the Vimy Day. June 21st, remember National Indigenous Peoples Day. June 24th, think of Quebec and French Canadian culture. So when you revise like this, the dates becomes easier to remember and quicker to answer in the test because short phrases are easy to recall than the long definitions. Before we finish, let's quickly review the most important dates from today's lesson. July 1st is Canada Day. This marks Confederation in 1867 and is often remembered as Canada's birthday. November 11th is Remembrance Day. It is a day to honor the men and women who served and sacrificed for Canada. April 9th is Vimy Day. It remembers the Battle of Vimy Ridge and the courage of Canadian soldiers. June 21st is National Indigenous Peoples Day. This day recognizes the cultures, traditions, and contributions of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. June 24th is Saint John Baptist Day. It is especially important in Quebec and celebrates French, Canadian, and Francophone culture. 1867 is a year of Confederation and 1982 is the year of Constitution Act. These are some of the most important dates you should remember for citizenship test preparation. I hope this lesson helped you understand the important dates and days from Discover Canada in a simple and clear way. The goal is not just to memorize dates, but to understand why they matter in Canadian history, identity, and citizenship learning. If you found this lesson helpful, subscribe to EarnBySkill for more original Canadian citizenship tutorials and step-by-step preparation videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lesson.